Stop number 8 on the NRSL Mello Yello series brings us to Nashville Superspeedway for the second leg of this doubleheader that will feature in the Mello Yello series and the Truck series. We are here today for the running of the Opryland 320, as we're set to go racing here today on this mile and a third racetrack, same length of track as you'd have at Darlington Raceway, except shaped like tracks like Kansas, Las Vegas, and Kentucky. So, very unique racetrack here at Nashville. So, an okay race in the Truck series. We expect to see a pretty good one here today with the Mello Yello cars. And here's the starting number for today's running this event. On the pole in car 27, the Cashel GTX Chevrolet. His first pole of the season, I believe, it's William Brock. He'll be alongside another Chevrolet. It's the number 33 Range Chevrolet of Jonathan Zorlin. He'll be alongside. Row 2 will find Charles Sanford, car 74. Not the view I want to have right here. Yeah, there we go. Charles Sanford in a Fina Lube Chevrolet, car 74. He'll be on the inside of row 2. Chris Dodd will be flanking him in a Navy Chevrolet, car number 88. Row 3 has Michael Turner, car 43, the bumper-to-bumper Auto Value Toyota. He'll be alongside Nick Gunther, car 20, the GameStop Toyota. Then it's JT Bryant, car number 1, the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. Beside him will be the other DeWalt car. It's Phil Parker. He's also in the DeWalt Chevrolet. His car number is 17. Jordan Anderson has the inside of the next row down in the 18 MB&A Pontiac. Beside him will be beside him in the Sprint Spree Chevrolet, car 45. It's Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down, Kyle Matthews, winner at Rockingham in the Shell Pontiac, car number 44. Flanking him in the Winn-Dixie Ford Thunderbird, car number 60. It's Joshua Osborne. Next row down, car 99, the Aaron's Dream Machine Toyota. It'll be Dunn LaPrade, and then the Atlanta winner, Joshua Collard, car 13, the Mark I Electric Chevrolet. Or Mark I Electric Ford, excuse me. Then it's Paul Minnick, the winner this season at Texas in a Nesquik Chevrolet, car number 10. He'll be alongside the South Point Chevrolet, car 62. It's Joshua Sekuli. Then it's the Darlington winner, car 38, the Great Clips Toyota. It's Dylan Young on the inside. Beside him, the Daytona winner, Benjamin Miles, car 7, the Geico Chevrolet. Next row down, the winner of the last stop on the tour at Bristol, Tennessee. It's Jessica Shelton, the number 94 New Holland Ford, and she'll be flanked by the number 66 Phillips 66 Trop, the number 29 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet. It's Trace Williams. Next row down, that'll be row 11, car number 00, the Aquafresh Pontiac, car number 00. It's Emmanuel Hartnett. Beside him will be Cole Deaver, car 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet. Next row down, car 72, the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. It's Daniel Olson, and he'll be alongside Kev Shearer, the Navy Chevrolet, car number 14. Next row down, car 22, the Discount Tire Dodge. It's Johnny Gardner, who dominated the race at Bristol, only to get passed with 3 to go by Jessica Shelton. He'll be on the inside of that row. He'll be alongside John Arndt, car 5, the Delphi Chevrolet. Then it's Zach Flickinger, car number 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet. Beside him, Matt Haas in the Timberwolf Pontiac, car 37. Then it's Andrew Perry in the Duraflame Dodge, car 66, and beside him is not Chris Dollerton, but beside him will be car 24, the Pepsi Chevrolet. It's Ryan George. Then it's Andrew Davis, car 87, the Mills Mobility Chevrolet. Beside him will be Chris Dollerton, car 32, the Kleenex Chevrolet. Then it's car 12, the Verizon Wireless Dodge. It's Chelsea Bowles, and she'll be alongside car number 34, the Gould's Pump Chevrolet. It's Jesse Turner, who won this season at Las Vegas. Then it's Quentin Moore, car 89, the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet. Beside him will be Dougie Shears, car 23, the Stacker 2 Chevrolet. Matt McIntyre in the Amico Pontiac, car 93, has the inside of the next row down. Beside him on the outside, Luis Hernandez, car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac. Commands begin the party entrance with some racing here today, and starting shotgun in the field, it's Nick Baxter, car 63, the Lysol Pontiac. Field making its way out of pit road here as we're doing full pace laps here from now on in all three of my series. Racing chatter going on here among some of the teams as they get the drivers' final instructions and thoughts. But going into this race here today, we saw a good finish in the truck race we saw a good finish in the truck race with J.R. Tellier holding off the challenge of Kyle Lynch to take the victory there. What will we see here today in the Mello Yello series? Well, we'll find out in 38 laps around this racetrack here today. William Brock has won the pole at over 171 miles per hour. As the field comes out of corner number 4, pace car ducks up on the pit road. And we're set for green flag racing. We are underway here at Nashville. The Opryland 320 is on. Jumping out in front is William Brock. Charles Sanford looking a little racy here in the 74 car. He moves into second position now. A pair of Chevrolets in the top 2. Make that top 3, actually, with Jonathan Zorlin trying to hold him off for third. And you have another Chevy on the inside. That's JT Bryant. Toyota stuck in the middle. That is the car of Michael Turner in 43. William Brock leads lap number 1 here at Nashville. Sanford goes to second position. You'll hear some wall scraping as they go into turn number 1. This track, these cars make this track very wide, wider than it actually is. In some ways, that's why you saw a lot of wall scraping in the truck race. But this track does provide some really good racing here at Nashville Superspeedway. We saw that in the truck race as well. It looks like we're seeing some more of the same here today in the Mello Yello Series race as we watch Kyle Matthews go by Nick Gunther in car 20. On board Kyle Matthews' car, he's has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. Charles Sanford's another 174. He's in second position right now behind William Brock as the field lines up single file right there in front of him. Matthews running in 6th position right now. Gunther in 7th. 8th is Dodd. Battle for 9th between Dunn LaPrade and Joshua Osborne. LaPrade in 99, Osborne in 60, and he's got Zachary Fitzwater in 45, shoving him in the Adam Petty colors. As they come out of corner number 4, Paul Minnick is on the inside lane. So is Dylan Young. So is Joshua Sakuli. And the 72 of Daniel Olson. That is 9th position on down in this mix here. Phil Parker in this mix in 17. Trace Williams in 29. Joshua Collard in 13. Emmanuel Hartnett and Johnny Gardner side by side, and 3 wide. Jessica Shelton way up the high side in 94. As she has got Benjamin Miles and Kev Shear on the inside of her as they go down through turns 1 and 2. Again, Zach Flickinger, car number 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet. His car about 2-3 years younger, 2 or 3 years newer than his teammate Cole Deaver in the 3. There is Deaver right there, driving a 1998 Chevrolet. The other AC Delco car, the 2 cars that are Richard Childress Racing. And a battle for the lead here. Car number 74, that's Charles Sanford to the inside. He'll take the lead from William Brock. Now, if you remember the truck race, the outside lane prevailed, but not in this one here. Sanford takes the lead with ease coming out of turn number 2. And Sanford takes the number 1 spot away from William Brock. And here comes car 43. That's Michael Turner to the inside. He's going to try for second in that number 43 Toyota. Kind of strange to say a Richard Petty Motorsports car is a Toyota. It's kind of strange to say that, actually, but still, and now William Brock gets the help from the 44, Kyle Matthews. Matthews working his way through the field nicely in that 44 machine, running in the 4th position now, trying for 3rd, outside of Michael Turner. And meanwhile, right behind him, Jonathan Zorlin and JT Bryant battling it out here. Nick Gunther in 20, Joshua Osborne in 60, and the 88 of Chris Dodd all in this mix as well. Rear bumper cam from Charles Sanford's car. And into turn 1 at 186 miles per hour out of these cars. Poetry in motion at over 170 miles per hour a lap here around Nashville Superspeedway. And Sanford gets down to about 153 miles per hour through 3 and 4. Now see how fast he goes into turn number 1 this time by 179, 180, 82, 4, 85, and again 186 miles per hour. And down to about 150 through 1 and 2. Now down the backstretch he goes. 175, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 183. I thought I saw 184 blink into turn number 1. This track, as we said, maybe 1 1/3 in length, though, but it does provide some super speedway-like speeds as you head off into the turns. And that last time by for Sanford, 169.407 miles per hour. Faster than the second place man, William Brock here. Now, Kyle Matthews takes 3rd, but takes 3rd for the moment. But here comes JT Bryant to the inside, car number 1. It's a 95 Monte Carlo he's driving. Oh! Now that, I tell you, if that would have been the finish of the race, no telling who could have won that. It did say right there, Matthews kept 3rd that lap, though, but now Matthews pulls ahead of Bryant, but now Michael Turner decides to take another shot at it. And that 3rd camera rides in Joshua Osborne's car, by the way, in car number 60, and he has right now runs in the 8th position. Right ahead of him is Nick Gunther in 7th. We saw how fast Charles Sanford went into turn number 1. And Osborne goes into turn 1 at 185 miles per hour. So Osborne, let's see how fast he goes down the front stretch. 175. Oh, he's already 180, 85, 6, 87, 188 miles an hour to turn number 1 goes Joshua Osborne. So just goes to show you how much of the draft can help you on these race cars, and we see the tachometer just Osborne pegging at tech at over 9,000 RPMs off in the turns. So it's almost like basically these cars got a partial 1.5 mile set up as they'll run on like tracks like Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte, places like that. But right now, Osborne having trouble shaking off that 33 car of Jonathan Zorlin. Now Zorlin gets by. That was 8th spot. Osborne down the 9th. But so far it is Charles Sanford, William Brock, and Kyle Matthews showing the way at Nashville Superspeedway. Let's take a look from the back to the front here. Jesse Turner running last at the moment. Quentin Moore is back there. Andrew Perry. John Arndt, and poor John Arndt, though, if there's anybody who's got to be deserving of the Hard Luck Award nearly every race, though, it is John Arndt, though, and I truly do feel that way for everybody who's in a position like this. So I mean, John Arndt's car has proven, though, time and time again that he can run with the very best, but somehow the car always seems to not respond the way he wants it to in the late going. It always seems to drop back to a very poor finish in the race. That's Arndt we're talking about in the number 5 Delphi Chevrolet, though, looking at Quentin Moore in car 89. Moore goes to the high side. Arndt dips inside. Chris Dalton up ahead, 32. Came agonizingly close to a win at Texas Motor Speedway. Just could not get past Paul Mennick in the last couple laps to win that race. That so far has been Dalton's best finish of the season, finishing second in that event. He's in the Clinics number 32 Chevrolet. It's a 1999 Monte Carlo he's driving. Going by the 17 of Phil Parker. Matt Haas up ahead in 37. It's the only 2003 Pontiac in the field. Even though there are about 6 or 7 Pontiacs in the field in this series. But Dalton trying to sniff a draft off that 37 car of Matt Haas to try to find their way back pick up a few positions in the late going in this event. We're already down to 18 laps to go in this event. Kev Shear up ahead, and Kev Shear in the 14 car. He is in 31st, I believe. Let's see where he's at this time by. Shear clocked this time by in the 31st spot. Matt McIntyre, 93 up ahead. There's Dougie Shears, Luis Hernandez. 3-car battle here. 24 car, Ryan George, Cole Deaver, and Chelsea Bowles. 2 Chevys and a Dodge going in it. Now Luis Hernandez closes in his Pontiac, number 36. Deaver running right now in the 25th spot. Trace Williams dipping below Jessica Shelton for position. Shelton, who won the last time on the tour at Bristol Motor Speedway, started middle of the pack, and right now she is still middle of the pack. She is in the 24th spot, I believe. Shelton trying to find her way down low, and now I think she's going down low again. Nope. She's still on the high side there. She better get down low, though. She wants to pick up a few spots, though, because Cole Deaver is closing in that 3 car. Bit of a handling problem there for that 94 car. Benjamin Miles up ahead right there. 7 car. He's in 22nd position. Make that 21st now. Joshua Collard ahead in 13 car. Reunited this season with Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing, a team that took Collard to the championship in the old Castrol Edge Nationwide Series a few seasons back. Collard doesn't win this season at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Johnny Gardner making his way through the field very nicely in the 22 car. He's in 14th position. Paul Mennick in 13th. 12th is Dylan Young, the winner at Darlington. Dunn LaPrade running in 11th. 10th is Chris Dodd. Zachary Fitzwater running in 9th. Joshua Osborne dipping underneath Nick Gunther. That's for 8th. Or that's for 7th, I should say, excuse me. And Osborne takes Gunther to ease in the turn number 1, but Gunther fights back on the outside of the racetrack. Trying to get a draft off the 1 of JT Bryant. And now Osborne following the 33 of Jonathan Zorlin, the outside pole sitter for the event. On board another time, Joshua Osborne's car. He is in 7th position. Jonathan Zorlin ahead in 6th. Now JT Bryant. Bryant almost came down on Osborne in that 1 machine. Osborne trying to shake him off for position, but now Osborne lets Bryant by for the moment. That's 7th position. As we said, Bryant in 6th. Zorlin running in 5th, Michael Turner in 4th, and meantime we see up ahead right there, from Osborne's point of view, the top 3 right together. That's Sanford, Brock, and Matthews. William Brock, who led the first few laps in the number 27 Castrol machine, trying to find a weakness out of that 74 Charles Saver. Meanwhile, Kyle Matthews doing the same with William Brock. Riding with Kyle Matthews in that 44 car. Up the high side he goes right here. Following that 27 and 74 cars. Matthews running in third. And into turn 1 at 187 miles per hour for Kyle Matthews. But Matthews has got another problem right behind him. It's Michael Turner in 43. Now he's in the mix now. We could possibly have a 4-car shootout to decide it all here at Nashville as we're now coming down for 7 laps to go. Here comes Brock to the inside of Sanford. Pair of Chevrolets going at it. Now who's Matthews going to go with? Sanford fights back on the outside, says, no way, William, you're not going to take that lead from me. Out of turn number 2 they come. Now Michael Turner dives inside of Kyle Matthews for the number 3 spot. He wants to go for the win himself in that 43 car. And he takes third. Matthews drops to 4th, and now Brock goes to the lead. He leads that lap. We could be in for a good finish here at Nashville, possibly. Sanford fights back on the outside again in 74. And that's letting Jonathan Zorlin and JT Bryant back in the mix now. We could have 6, 7, maybe as many as 8 cars fighting it out for the finish. Sanford fights back. He leads that lap. They keep switching that lead back and forth, though. Who's going to win this? The question is, if they keep switching that lead back and forth, who's going to be there at the end of the 38th and final lap? Brock gets a good run going into turn number 1, but Sanford gets the better run on the outside coming out of the turn, and Sanford again leads that lap in 74. Eight cars to decide it all here at Nashville as they're down to 4 laps to go. 3.5 now. Will it be Sanford in 74, or will it be William Brock in 27? That's going to be the big question here. Brock driving a 1999 Monte Carlo. Sanford's Monte Carlo, a 1997 model. And here comes Matthews to the inside of Sanford, trying for that second position. I think Matthews trying to get a sniff off of the draft right there. Now he clears Michael Turner. Now is he going to go inside now? Inside lane, I should say. Sanford finally pulls ahead of Brock. And that may be all she wrote right there, possibly for the 74 team. Because that just pulled him ahead, and now he pulls up to a comfortable lead right now at the moment compared to what he was in. But Charles Sanford does come around for the white flag. He has 1 lap to go. Car 74, the Phenalube Chevrolet. Matthews goes inside of William Brock for second position. White flag is out for Charles Sanford. On his way to his first win in the Mello Yello Series, if he holds on to the final 3/4 of a lap. Matthews going inside for second position inside of William Brock. That's battling side by side. That's gonna very well all but do it for the 74 machine. Matthews clears Brock for second position, but he's not going to have any time to catch Charles Sanford. Off corner number 4, the Opryland 320 goes to Charles Sanford. He wins at Nashville in car 74 as the Phenalube Chevrolet goes to victory lane here today. Kyle Matthews does get by William Brock for second position. Third will go to Brock. Fourth position to JT Bryant. Michael Turner 5th. 6th was Zachary Fitzwater. Jonathan Zorlin 7th. 8th was Joshua Osborne. 9th, Chris Dodd. And 20th to Nick Gunther. Average speed, 167.852 miles per hour. It ain't race 78 in the season. Okay, but anyway, 8 races in the books here in the Mello Yello Series. Charles Sanford gets his first win of the season in car 74. Rest of the finishers here today, Dylan Young comes home in 11th position. 12th was Dunn LaPrade. 13th, Paul Minnick. 14th, Johnny Gardner. Zach Flickinger, 15th. 16th position was Daniel Olson, Jordan Anderson, Andrew Davis, Joshua Sakuli, and Joshua Collard. Joshua's finishing right together, as it seems to be in all of our series this season. Collard comes in 20th position. There, 21st was Benjamin Miles. Emmanuel Harton at 22nd. 23rd, Dougie Shears, matching his car number. 24th, Cole Deaver. 25th, Cav Shear. 26th, Jessica Shelton. 27th was Luis Hernandez. 28th, Trace Williams. Going on down, Matt Haas, 29th. John Arndt comes home in 30th position. Nick Baxter comes from last to 31st. Chris Dalton, matching his car number, finishing 32nd. Not a good day for him after a good run, after coming off a good run at Texas a couple races ago. Quentin Moore, 33rd, 34th, Andrew Perry, Matt McIntyre, Ryan George, Jesse Turner, Phil Parker, and Chelsea Bowles. Rounding out the field here today at Nashville Superspeedway, caution free, as we were in the truck race, so we are caution free here today at Nashville. But when you turn it over to the NRSL channel for the North Wilkesboro race, expect to see a slugfest happening at that track. That's where the Cup Series is going to be at on the NRSL Sports and Gaming channel. It's going to be at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the first Union 400. Expect to see a bumping and banging short track racing at its finest as we saw at Bristol over there. But the next race for the Mello Yello Series will be at the longest and fastest track, Talladega Superspeedway, for the running of the Aaron's 312. So with that said, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NRSL, and we'll see you at Talladega Superspeedway.